So I'm waiting on a phone call. If David, my roommate, is not going to have his bank account in order by next Tuesday, I have to leave today. But I got to try to keep it calm. So I'm making these videos. I'm cooking my breakfast. I feel like shit this morning. I'm trying to get my strength. I got my meds together. I got other stuff. But really, I needed to put my stuff in the storage and then go to the Concord. Storage, Concord. Storage, Concord. But David has been dragging his ass, digging his feet in, thinking that he's gonna win in court or something. And everybody has told him, yes, we have it in the Supreme Court, but you're not doing what you're supposed to, David. Zach has done everything he's supposed to for 3 years, trying to keep your ass up. When he was out hurt at work and got his welfare payment, you went and spent your rent money. Your roommate was out hurt. He got a payment to pay his rent, and then you go out and spend your rent, and then you look at everybody like, give me welfare, give me welfare. I spent my $1,400. You gave Zach welfare, give me welfare to pay my rent. Give me welfare to pay my bills too. And then I have to work out a deal with the welfare office to get payments to pay Dave's too. And I did that 3 years. Every time I get hurt, anytime I got a seizure, fall, I need anything done, anytime I try to get better, this man thinks it's a vacation and he spends all his money. Then he tells everybody he can't pay. And then he wants a man who's out of work to give him money to pay his half of the rent. And then I also have to pay my rent. I'm hurt. How am I supposed to pay somebody else's rent right as I get hurt? And he does this every time. He pays his rent, he pays his half of the rent, he pays his half of the rent. I pay my half of the rent, I pay my half of the rent, I pay my half of the rent. Oops, Zach gets hurt. He goes to get welfare payments. Dave spends his rent. No rent. Zach gets welfare. 2 months later, pays up Zach's half of the rent. David goes, whoopsie, I spent all my money for 3 months, so I don't have my money. And I'm begging welfare to give me money to pay my half of the rent, my bills, and now I gotta try to ask for extra money to pay for an 84-year-old who just doesn't want to do anything. He's spending money on cigarettes and pots and pans just are shiny and glow in his fine favorite liking. Then he ruins them and gets another shiny one and ruins another. Like he got money for that. He has pans. He doesn't need to spend his rent. Even if he did need pans, you do not spend your rent. Especially if your roommate just got injured and is getting a welfare payment to pay his half. If your roommate is getting welfare and you spend yours, and plus he's needing me to bail him out, he's sitting on his ass at home going, oh well, oh well. I won't end up in a hospital. They can't do that to me. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wind up dead, and he's gonna wind up taken away to the fucking funny farm.